Hi, my name is Salah Sultan. I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm hoping to be an ESL teacher with your company. And so, yeah, I thought I'd start off with a little bit about my schooling. I was born in England and I studied in England. I actually went to private boarding school in England when I was young. And then I went to high school in Canada. And I did my first degree in Canada. I studied chemical engineering at a university in Canada. And then I went back to the UK and I studied British English law from a British university in Canada. So I'm very well educated, and it feels good to be educated in different places, different systems. I've also had a lot of jobs in the UK and Canada. I did an internship at the BBC. I also worked at Shaw Media, which is a very large cable company here in Canada, sort of like Comcast in the US. As far as details of my previous teaching jobs, I did a TEFL program at Florida State University in the United States, and there was a lot of ongoing teaching to ESL teaching to people, various students aged 6 to 25 in age. And the program really focused on developing lesson plans to teach reading, writing, speaking, listening, and grammar as well to ESL students. I've lived for many years with foreign roommates in Canada. I enjoyed helping them improve their English language skills, and I have a genuine interest in helping students learn. I'm also a licensed squash coach who's taught sport to kids in Canada and the UK, and that's something that I really enjoy. And I'm sensitive in dealing with other cultures as I have lived overseas. And in fact, I've lived in South Korea, Middle East, Britain, and Canada, and I'm also well traveled. I have traveled to Australia, China, the United States, France, Mexico, Egypt, just to list a few places that I've traveled on my own. I was also a Canadian summer camp counselor for ages 6 to 15. So I have a lot of experience practicing conversational English with students from Malaysia and Indonesia. While I was doing my engineering degree, they were on an exchange program. They were sponsored by companies like Petronas. And I feel that all of these experiences together really make me a very strong candidate. Because if I'm teaching young professionals or students who would like to come over to the West to learn English for various reasons, I feel I could bring a lot of extensive knowledge and experience to the table. I've always had a desire to move to East Asia. I love warmer climates, and I've wanted the adventure of living in Asia to experience that for a very long time. A lot of English language learners that I've talked to over the years say I'm easier to understand than most, and they say that I think that's because I have an articulate, clear, and strong speaking voice. I also try to make myself easy to understand by enunciating each word, and I'm sensitive to the struggles that people sometimes have when they're learning English because I have lived in different countries. So thanks very much for letting me introduce myself. I hope we can be in touch soon.